if you were to tell me one thing that you would consider worthwhile that I pass on to my children, what would that be? One thing in terms of what I should give them as advice.
I lost my father at a very young age, and so I missed out on a lot. I feel like there's so much that I never got a chance to learn from him. Someone who could help shape my worldview. So how can I reconnect with him 12 years after he's been gone? And what can I learn? This is the journey I went on to find out.
It was like our marriage began with a conversation that did not end until he died. I also was struck by his wide knowledge of literature, history, philosophy.
Frank knew all about modern art, he knew all about music, he knew all about Bach and Beethoven, and I didn't know what Bach was. I thought it was some kind of beer.
And over the years, I developed my own individual tastes that were kind of nurtured by the exposure I had from him.
And he brought in our new ideas.
So what a better person to meet than Frank, that introduced us to the current events that were happening, the Vietnam War and Kennedy and the peace lovins and anti-protest.
His ability to appreciate, not just art, not just objects, but people. I feel like it was through his appreciation and love of people that helped me to appreciate people's differences. And
we did so much with them. No wonder we're such awesome people.
We definitely had diversity come into the house.
This was, for me, one of the most unforgettable characters of my life.
I was just sort of sat back and watched Frank and tried to learn what to do from Frank.
And then he bought me a guitar and taught me how to play guitar.
I think that was one of the many skills that I acquired from him.
Letter folding
and drinking.
I'm sort of seeing Frank as filling in the gaps, sort of. Maybe where he saw as his role, maybe he just saw other little things that he could show us, And
maybe even the importance of education.
I think so. I think he wanted to help. It might have been part of his early calling before he decided to become a teacher.
I've always believed that to be a human being means to help and educate one another and to keep spreading our ideas and our love for one another. By listening to all these people's stories, I've come to realize that he probably had the same mentality. There is no discontinuity between his life and mine. I am carrying out his life purpose.
The thing that struck me most about his teaching and the way he taught, he exuded this genuine fondness for his students.
As far as I can tell, yes, he did it very honestly and no preconditions act or anything, he just did it out of the goodness of his heart.
It amazes me how to this day so many of these people still have a profound love for him. The smile on their faces as they recollect the memories of him. It's comforting to me to see how he influenced these people.
I really feel that my self-confidence is in great part due to his encouragement and support.
What he contributed to my development was a sense that I was okay the way I was. I told you I was very...
Yeah, he was a good father. He had us four who weren't his biological kids, but completely accepted us right from the get-go.
We carried him on to our families,
right.
And I feel I'm a good person.
And he had
to have a hand in that because we were in his life and he was in ours for a long time.
By talking to these people, it's like he's still teaching me until this day through the people that he left his teachings with. And not only am I learning from these people, I've connected with these people, the same people that he connected with, and found joy in being around. And that's a special kind of connection that I never thought I would experience. The impact that he had on these people, that is his karmic footprint that continues to grow through them and now through me. And I think that's something we should all strive to do.
I remember he once said to me, he said, Karen, I don't just love you, I also cherish you. And I realized that in many ways, love is easy. But to cherish somebody, those are things that take a while to develop. And I feel like that was something that I learned from him, how deep love can go.
It makes you think about the influence that you've had on other people and how that influence has influenced even other people, creating this vast network that you can leave behind. And so if there's anything that I would want you to take away from this story, is encouragement to keep this circle going and keep spreading your love and your ideas and your influence. That is life.
One morning I woke up and I knew it all. A new day, a new way, and new I